welcome to Inner Divine Truth and to your December 2020 forecast, or taroscope as I sometimes like to call it. So let's get started. Your catalyst this month is just amazing. You have blossoming abundance. This is the theme of the month, if you may, an energy that is supporting you. This is divine blessings coming in, abundance all around you. I believe sometimes the challenge can be in recognizing that abundance, perhaps, because it may not always be financial abundance. Yes, it can manifest as financial abundance, but this card is calling you out to look around, assess, understand the beauty that surrounds you, how much abundance there is in nature, in the good friendships, the relationships, the food you're eating, the quality of life you have, and recognize also how financially abundant you are. So this is a great omen to start with. Abundance is the key theme for this month. What you need to know, Pisces, is that there has been a process of transformation that you've been undergoing, and it's not done with just yet. This month, you are still very much in the thick of feeling pain and heartache. You've gone through a lot of pain and suffering. And this is saying it's not over yet. And I can pull out some advice cards for you on how to deal with this heavy energy of, in transformations are never easy. They call for big changes. And at times it can leave us feeling very drained, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. You might be feeling quite exhausted, as if you have no more energy left to continue to, to keep going in your day-to-day life. So I would just, as a friend, would recommend, please rest this month. Understand that there's a very heavy transformational energy happening around you, and that you need to take time out for yourself to nurture your spirit. But the key here is also to understand that with the Death card here, these grand transformations happen only to propel us into our best future, into our best version of ourselves that we can share with the collective, because it's going to bring, manifold, a multitude and layers of abundance, if you may, of good deeds to others. So your transformation has an impact on the collective, and that's the important message here. Even though it may be painful at the moment, and it's just not for the collective, but also this is a life-changing event. From here on, because this is a number 10 of swords, there's a sunrise at the horizon. So this is perhaps you're at the very end of this transformative process, at the very end of this journey that you're on that is painful and difficult at this point. But it will come to an end, and pretty soon, I believe, I feel like this should be coming to an end sometime end of this year already. We have 1 more month to go. So supporting this is this Three of Wands, and this is what I like to say. The Three of Wands, he is, this person hasn't given up. He can see the ships coming in, and you are, I believe some of you already are quite aware. The Pisces is a sign of intuition as well, and a deep inner knowing. Neptune supports you. So I feel Pisces already knows this. Pisces knows that this grand transformation is happening, and I need to hold my ground. And so with the Three Wands here, he's waiting for that fourth wand. And the Four of Wands is a good foundation, a joyful celebration, buying a house, those kind of things. He is waiting for his ships to come in. And this month perhaps, and again with that blossoming abundance, that this process needs to end. Death also indicates an ending. It's not quite here yet, but you can see it coming. That's the message here. This is what you know, or some of you already know it. Others need to know this. What you need to do. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Now this is a new beginning in love, in relationships, in your own relationship with yourself. This represents the heart chakra. In its reverse, it's saying, well, fill your own cup first before giving love to others. You know, love yourself first if you want to be loved. That kind of a thing. Very cliched, but really that is one of the laws of the universe. You know, you have to recognize the abundance you have. You have to love yourself first. So because of this transformative process that you're undergoing at this point, yes, perhaps some of you are already feeling depleted in your emotional reserves, that you have nothing more to give others. This is saying fill your own cup first. There is also this desire. What I'm getting is to move on into clearer, calmer waters, to undergo this transition, to now already come out on the other side. It's not happening just quite yet. It will happen. This card is a good omen for, you know, transitioning, perhaps even moving. Those of you who've been thinking of moving or want to move, relocate, not quite. Don't make the decision just yet. It'll happen, I believe, but right now doesn't feel like the right time for this to happen. So you're not quite out of the turbulent waters, so to speak. You're not quite out of the clear, you know, you're not in the clear yet. We have other clarifying cards. We have this Eight of Pentacles in the reversed. You're not paying attention to your own needs. This is a simple message. Ace of Cups reversed next to it. You're not working hard on yourself. You have given up on a situation because it's too difficult to pursue. Clarifying all this, you know, I asked Spirit, like, what's the real message here? What's the way out of this situation? We have this Four of Wands. And like I had said, we have the Three of Wands here. You can see those ships coming in, and here they are coming in. So this is confirmation, validation that you are not going through a difficult process for nothing. There is a reason why this is happening, why Spirit is pushing you into this transformation, because things need to be released. This is also a card of release, not normally, but this is how I'm seeing it. Leaving something behind. I feel you're not quite ready to leave something behind. You're still something emotionally you're holding on to, some of you. Something you're very passionate about in the past, no longer interests you anymore, and you've given up on it. I don't know, this is a very specific message for somebody out there. But know that when you do reignite that passion, when you do take care of yourself, when you take a moment to sit with yourself, sit in your heart center, you will, you know, get that fourth wand, and here you are. Some of you could be getting married. This is a celebration, you know, getting invited to little parties, a baby shower perhaps, or a marriage ceremony, things like that. Some of you buying a house, the blossoming abundance that's coming your way. So there is this celebration, there is this, this 11-11 here. So this is manifesting, good things coming your way with this blossoming abundance. So there's this moment of joy and celebration. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, dear Pisces. What you need to release, Three of Pentacles. Normally, I believe, you know, this card is a card for teamwork and working in collaboration with other people and being successful at that. Now that it's come in this position of what you need to release is Three of Pentacles, I believe there is that I'm sensing a lot of you or some of you seek approval for the work that you do, not having the confidence in your own work. You see how this two people are just standing and watching this craftsman who is, you know, the skilled worker doing his work, and there's an interaction happening between them. I sensing that that interaction no longer supports you. The feedback that you're getting from your community, your peers, your colleagues, there's a need to sort of break away from that. And the Ace of Cups reverse, again, trusting your own, intuition, your own judgment. And actually, we have judgment here at the bottom of the deck. I'll get to that later. Clarifying that Three of Pentacles, we have this Eight of Swords in the reverse. So we have, 88 here. So please go check what 88 perhaps means to you. Number 8 is also, I believe in numerology, if I'm not mistaken, is the number for abundance. So this is also numerologically affirming the message that there is, abundance coming your way. Do you recognize it? Are you ready to receive it? Okay, so that's one message. What you need to release now, this Eight of Swords in its upright is confusion, negative thinking, not quite seeing the situation as it is, and being tied down by fears and doubts and anxieties. In its reverse, it's like, this is interesting because the reverse is a positive omen. Positive in the sense that, yes, you have recognized that these are self-imposed restrictions, self-imposed doubts that no longer serve me. You've come to that. This is the thing. You are undergoing a grand awakening. Judgment is here at the bottom of the deck. And those of you who are listening to this video, I believe you're here to gain clarity on this awakening that is happening, because you are sensing this transformation happening and you're in the thick of it, and you're here to seek clarity on that. Judgment at the bottom of the deck is, this is your challenge. This is why you're here, why this reading is taking place. The divine is coming out, calling out, and are you going to follow the call? So that's the overall message. And with this Eight of Swords coming back to this card, because this card showed up, doesn't matter if it's upright or reversed, this is still being locked in, chained by fears and anxieties. This is Spirit saying release it. Even though some of you have recognized how these fears and doubts and anxieties are holding you back, this energy I sense is still lingering for some of you out there. Because there is that reliance on others, on the community, to sort of validate your work, your thoughts, your values and beliefs, what you say. You're seeking validation because of these fears. You don't trust. There's that lack of trust here in like, am I doing the right thing? Do I believe in the right things? Do I say the right stuff? Am I on the right path? So there's that doubt creeping in, and you know that there's a lot of shedding and releasing that needs to take place, but it's not coming in at the moment because you're still in the very thick of it. Also need to release is this Seven of Cups. Yes, in the past you were confused by all these options, the choices in front of you, all these opportunities, all these passions that you wish to approach or pursue in your life, but there was a confusion. Which way do I go? And then you were being held back by all these fears and anxieties, negative thinking about yourself. So Pisces, I believe a lot of you have a deep understanding and inner knowing of all that, what I've already said regarding your transformation. And the clarity that you're seeking is, are things going to get better? And yes, they will. We have the Four of Wands. As I said, there is a celebration coming up. You will be reaching a more solid foundation with regards to your life, relationships, work, job, money, whatever have you, as we have abundance coming in. Also with regards to numbers and numerology, we have number 333. Three of this blossoming abundance card, Three of Wands, and Three of Pentacles. Please go look up, as I'm not a master at numerology, please go look up what 333 represents, because it's here for a reason. Okay, so I had said I'll want to draw some final advice for you guys. Just a good way to close the month. Sorry, I need one more card. Okay. All right, so advice card, a lot of you perhaps, have been going through difficulty in that, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. There's been a lot of arguments and fighting, harsh words being spoken. Whoever says these things or receives or hears these things, sometimes, the energy is that you say something negative to somebody and then you kind of feel good for a little bit, and then you're like, oh, that does not feel good. That's the energy of the Five of Swords. It's coming to a close though. This is an end of that energy. This is also a card of overthinking, over analyzing something. And we have the Empress here, another number 3. Now we have 4 3s on the table. So please, please go look up, what does 3333 mean for you? Now this Empress, this is your element. We have blossoming abundance, and now we have the Empress. How much more clarity do you need, Pisces? This is right here, your abundance, you sitting in your power, you manifesting all that you desire. The Empress has the Midas touch. Whatever she touches turns to gold. She has all the resources at her feet. And the Empress is the mother. She gives birth. Some of you are perhaps seeking to get pregnant, or this is a card of high fertility. Others of you may be giving birth to new ideas, creativity, businesses. So that's your element. You have what it takes to sit in that and bask in that power and glory of the Empress. What is bringing you here? What's this transition you're going through that is so, so difficult? You see, we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the King of Wands in the reverse. This is telling me very restless energy, very anxious, King of Wands reverse, somebody who's very authoritative. You're forcing your way, Pisces, but I would recommend, please relinquish any desire to control the outcome. It is coming, the abundance is coming, because the Judgment is on the table. Relinquish the need to control. There is a divine call happening, and this is the calls for surrender. King of Wands is not surrendering. King of Wands wants to control every element, and in doing so becomes unbearable, an unbearable leader, somebody who's very authoritative. So this is the shadow side that you need to, release, because death is here. And I believe some of you need to hear this message, that you are trying to, the Nine of Cups, upright is a card of wish fulfillment. Some of you are trying really, really hard to perhaps manifest this Empress energy, this abundance. Judgment here is saying surrender to that. Let it all come to you naturally, because you are going to naturally attract all the abundance out there. You are going to be birthing new ideas, new creative projects, becoming a business person of your own doing. There is, need to follow your intuition, taking care of your heart center, trusting your intuition, trusting what your higher self is telling you, not relying on what other people, community peers are telling you, not allowing the fears to dictate which direction you take in life, because this is a time for great introspection. December is a time to go within, seek answers, taking care of yourself, taking time out, and following the call, recognizing what it is that the universe is calling you to do and pursuing that, because great abundance is coming your way, dear Pisces. Don't force this. Don't force, you know, this Nine of Cups in the reverse is like the wishes that you want or whatever you've been hoping for is perhaps not the right thing for you. I strongly believe that rejection is protection. So perhaps examine in what areas of your life are you being rejected. What business project didn't take off? Which investor rejected you? What job opportunity didn't come through? Which potential lover, you know, didn't accept your advances? Things like that. Rejection is protection, because this is, universe is clearly saying that's not the path you need to follow, because this is not what's going to bring you the most happiness. Because you are undergoing this grand transformation, which is coming through a lot of pain and strife in a difficult time. You need to complete that process before you can start anew in your Ace of Cups, from a very fulfilled place. That can only happen once you surrender to the transformation that's taking place. Wow, I hope this message brought clarity and guidance to all you listeners out there, to some of you cross watchers as well, I believe, out there. Well, thank you for being here and listening to this video. I wish you all the best and happy holidays. Take care, Pisces. Bye-bye.